Welcome back to ThorinMutt Podcast. My name is Gabe.
And my name is Matt. What would you do in an uncomfortable situation, Gabe?
I really don't know.
Well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that today. Welcome to ThorinMutt Podcast. This is the in-between gap season between Going Obscure Season 4 and 5.
ThorinMutt Podcast. The Gap.
The Gap, yes. Yes. We got a cat off screen here that's eating out of a bag right now, so that's going to be great.
Oh, there he goes.
He'll probably show up.
Yeah?
During the show. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us on this journey.
Yes.
Through talking about things. We talk about things. And that.
And stuff?
Yep, and stuff. Not all the time, though. We talk about not just stuff. So anyway, we're going to talk about uncomfortable situations.
Yes, I'll let you start. Because you said you already had
I have a good story. You have to pick a story.
I have a few stories.
And after we talk about our stories, we're going to discuss some options of what you can do to fix that. I'm going to pull up a Wikihow article, and then we're going to read it and react to it.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this happened to me last summer, this uncomfortable situation that I'm about to talk about. So I was with my brother, Christian. I will refer to him as Christian from now on. I'm not just going to say my brother. Not that. His name is Christian. And we were going to Walmart to pick up a SpongeBob DVD. Not just any. The first 100 episodes. DVD box set.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great thing. I recommend you buy it if you want. It's awesome. It's seasons 1 through 5. It's the good seasons. Mm-hmm. Okay? So we were going to Walmart to buy it. And we go to the DVD section, and we're walking around, we're looking at all the DVDs, and we can't find it. It's like not there, and we looked it up online, and it said there was one available at that Walmart. So we're like, what's the dealio? And then Christian looks over, and he sees this worker. And it's this kind of heavier blonde girl that looks younger. And so he turns to me, and he's like, I'm going to make her feel really uncomfortable. And so I was like, okay, all right. But long story short, the uncomfortableness turned around. It flipped. Your cat's behind the shelf now.
Oh, whatever.
That's an uncomfortable situation right there for that cat.
Oh, no, he's escaped. There he goes.
Okay. But anyway, it flipped. It flipped back. So he goes up to the girl and he's like, so I'm looking for a DVD, a SpongeBob DVD. And then she's like, I can maybe help you find it. And so we go over to the DVDs and she's looking through them. And she's like, I can't find it. It's not over here. Maybe it's in this bucket full of like discount DVDs. And then she's like, yeah, I'm so embarrassed that I know where that is. I'm so embarrassed. And then Christian's like, well, you work here. You shouldn't be embarrassed. And then she starts cackling.
Okay.
Like she laughed at everything my brother said.
Okay.
Like she was hamming it up. Everything my brother said was like the funniest thing she's ever heard.
Okay.
My laugh peaked the mic. That's okay. I'll turn that down. But anyway, everything my brother said, she would just laugh it up. Like she thought he was the funniest human being in the world.
Okay.
And then she kept saying, I'm so embarrassed that I know that. I'm so embarrassed that I know that. And then finally she's like, I can't find it, guys. Maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. My brother's like, well, lead the way. And then she starts cackling again. And we get over there, and she's like, I could tell you where all the anime DVDs are, but I can't tell you where those DVDs are. And me and my brother are we're not anime people, okay? We're not. I'm just going to let that out right now. I don't know if Gabe is or not.
It's all right.
Okay. But we're not. So my brother looks over at me like he was just like, okay, this is uncomfortable. And it just got worse because then she starts telling us about her personal life. This Walmart employee. And she's like, yeah, I'm a mess, guys. I'm such a mess. I fell for a 18-year-old guy in Florida, and I'm 17. And we're just like, okay, all right. Thanks for letting us know. And then finally she yells at the top of her lungs, I can't find SpongeBob. I can't find it. I failed finding SpongeBob. And there were like a lot of people in the store, and they're like turning to look at us. Like, look at these clowns buying SpongeBob. they're buying SpongeBob, and my brother's 23, or he will be 23, and I'm almost 20, and we were trying to buy SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an embarrassing thing, you could say.
Yeah.
And she's still cackling about everything, and my brother's just like, well, you have a good day, and we'll see you later. Have a nice life. And then walk away, and she's like, oh, I'll try. I'm so sorry. I'm such a mess. Mm-hmm. And she kept talking, and we were just trying to slowly inch away and get out of there. Mm-hmm. And finally we did, and then we got in the car, and then Christian was like, I probably could have gotten her phone number if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. So that's the end of that story. Very awkward, very uncomfortable, because the whole time I'm just standing there like, what is happening? Because I don't know what was wrong with this girl. Maybe she was just very like nervous or something, and tried to start like venting to us and like telling us all these things that we don't care about. Yeah, that's my story of uncomfortableness.
I mean, when I think of an uncomfortable situation, I can't think of anything particular except for this one that happened like a week ago.
Okay.
So I was at work. I was about to clock back in for work after a break. And it's a very small area where you clock back in. It's right in front of the break room. And I'm clocking in. I turn 180 behind me. And there's an elderly man that's like this close to me. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, yeah, I went, oh, sorry. And he just continued staring. And I just walked away.
You just walked away?
Yeah, because he didn't say anything. So I just walked.
And you asked, like, can I help you?
No, I just said, oh, sorry. And then he just stared.
Oh, man.
And walked off. It was disturbing.
Yeah, I had an uncomfortable situation like that at work last week too. I volunteered to work at a different place that I don't work at. Like they needed help, so I volunteered at a different store. And there's this old guy that wants Coke Zero cherry, and he's like, "Oh, can I get? Do you guys have any in the back?" And I don't work at that store, so I was like, "Sure." And then I looked, and we did. And I was like, "How many do you need?" And I expected him to say like 3, and he was like, 12. And then I was like, really? 12? And he was like, yes. Do you have 12? And I was like, okay, I'll try. And I looked through that whole pallet, and there were exactly 12 cases of that pop on the shelf, or in the back. And so I put him in a cart, and I wheeled it up to the front to wait for him. And he didn't show up. And like 10 minutes passes, and then he shows up. And I'm like, I got your pop for you. And he was like, can you get me some cigarettes too from up front? And I was like, I guess. And then I had to wait in the line for like 15 minutes because the line at that service desk was so bad. And I gave him the cigarettes, and then he started talking to me about how his knee was broken or something. And he was like he really wanted me to know this. He was really he thought I'd be very interested in this, which I wasn't really. So that happened, and that's the end.
Yeah, we're going to look at a Wikihow article on how to deal with uncomfortable situations. All right.
Step 1. Leave an awkward conversation. Okay. All right. Wait for the lull in the conversation. Conversations naturally have times where they drop off or have a lull in them. Typically, this is when a new topic starts. So when that old guy started talking about his knee, I should have just walked away. That's what they're saying. Away. Or when she started talking about how she had a boyfriend in Florida.
Yeah.
Then I should have walked away. And when that old man didn't say anything, you should have walked away, which you did.
Which I did, yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Congratulations, Gabe. Gabe successfully handled that.
Step 1.
Step 2. Summarize key points of the conversation. There's a cat yelling over here. Yeah. Summarize key points of the conversation. Before leaving the conversation, it's nice to restate some key points to let the other person know you were listening. By doing this, you signal to the other person that you are ready for the conversation to end.
Okay. You can see him right over the table.
Oh, yeah, you can. Barely, but you can. Yeah, so summarize key points. Give a reason you have to leave. Make one final comment about the topic you're talking about, and then follow it up with your reason for having to leave. Okay. Be like, you can't find SpongeBob?
Oh, that's
well,
okay.
that's okay. I'm just going to
deal
go
with it
home
another
now.
time.
I'm just going to go home now, and I'll buy it on Amazon, which I did.
Yep.
And I got the DVD, and I recommend you all get it. Because
Yeah.
it's great.
If it's available.
I showed it to Gabe.
Yeah.
He thought it was pretty cool. 4, introduce the person to someone else if you can't leave. So I should have just found like some old guy walking down the aisle and be like, hey, tell this guy about your boyfriend in Florida.
Yeah.
You 17-year-old girl.
Yep.
Method 2, dealing with accidentally insulting someone. That cat is very interested in everything right now.
Yeah.
Dealing with accidentally insult. Oh, wait, that's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Oh.
Awkward conversation. Yeah, I ended up in... Like, these are different things. Recovering from autocorrect mistakes. Oh, that guy's wiping his head. Oh, man. Pretend to be sick.
A fake sickness is a good reason to have to leave a date. Excuse yourself to the bathroom and spend about 10 minutes in there. Wipe your face and hairline with a wet paper towel and come out holding your stomach. Inform your date that you aren't feeling well and that you're going to go home. You can leave some cash to help pay for the date if you want to be nice. Leave quickly so your date doesn't offer you to help you home.
Ooh, this one's about dates. Forgetting someone's name. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I forget people's names all the time.
Jabobber, or whatever your name is. Claim a brain fog. Sorry, Gabe. I remembered your name. I had a brain fog just then. So
Oh, cool.
that's how it works. Introduce a friend to the person.
Oh, so just toss
Hey,
it
off
on.
camera, man.
Yeah.
I got to introduce you to Gabe.
Hi,
Or actually, I
Gabe.
don't know this guy's name.
Hi.
That's right.
Who are you?
I don't
I don't
know.
know his name.
Well, you got to have to deal with that.
Okay.
By first,
Because you're going to
but
run away.
you have to claim a brain fog.
Oh, okay. So that's what
So
you-
claim a brain fog.
Oh, I'm having a brain fog.
Okay.
Or are we okay?
You successfully passed.
Yay.
Yay. Good job.
Ask them for their contact information. Can I get your phone number, Gabe?
No.
Okay.
Hey, let me get that number.
That's about as easy as it can be. Especially if it's a girl
Yeah.
and you want to get the girl's number. You're like,
Yeah, you just
I
say
don't
no.
remember your name. Can I get your number? That's one way to... That's going to work. Thanks, Wikihow. That's
Yeah.
it. Thank you, Wikihow.
Is
for
there any other...
That's all they had.
Oh, dang.
Thank you, Wikihow, for your help in this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
How are we going to end these podcasts? We probably should have talked about that beforehand.
Yeah, we should have. But whatever. Well, I mean,
You're
how
going to
about,
hear that.
how about updates on our channels?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
we
it's
used
like
to.
we used to do.
So
ThorinMutt Podcast used to be hour-and-a-half long things. I just
Mhm.
interrupted whatever this guy's name is. I forgot his name. Can I get your phone number?
No.
Okay. We used to do hour-and-a-half long podcasts where we would talk about movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked like this.
Mhm.
I talked in a really weird voice when we
Yeah.
used to do these. But now I'm cool Matt.
Yeah.
Cool Matt. Like from the back rooms.
Mm-hmm. Like the same guy. What's the backrooms?
Oh, the back rooms, by the way, will be coming back in December.
So we'll going.
So we're going obscure.
That's kind of more.
That's our
important.
big announcement. This is the gap.
Yeah.
But
this
you
is the
got
gap.
this to tide you over. And I hope you guys enjoy the coming following up podcast.
Well, I should talk about my updates so much.
No.
Going obscure?
No, whatever your name is. Can I get your phone number?
No.
Can I get your email address?
Yes.
What is it?
Boop.
I'm gonna be, oh!
CuriousGeorge777 at hotmail.com.
Hotmail, is that even a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, updating on Going Obscure, I finished writing another episode yesterday.
Ooh.
It was probably a little bit shorter than Skinwalker Ranch, maybe like a minute and a half shorter, probably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say what it is. I almost did.
Don't worry about it.
I was like, is it the one?
Yeah, it
The
is
one
the
about,
It is the one.
Yeah, that's right. We got another one that's going to be really long.
Yeah, we have.
We said that in the back room.
Yeah, we have longer
Last week,
episodes.
2 weeks
anyway.
ago.
Yeah, the episode I wrote like a few weeks ago is going to be the longest episode of Going Obscure so far, probably in the 20s minutes.
Nice. That
But,
deserves a round of applause.
yeah, we will be working on that one script at some point, which will be a longer episode too, probably.
Episode 32. It's coming.
42.
42.
32.
Wow.
Yeah.
32 was last season. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, well, stay cool. Or how are we going to end this? Stay cool. Stay free.
Stampy,
Live the dream.
Stampy long leg.
Oh yeah.
Minecraft,
Okay. Yep. We're gonna do that. We're gonna keep that.
dedicated
Okay.
Lamb,
I got this. I got
wherever
this.
it goes.
I got this. Whatever your name is. Can I get your contact information?
Hotmail.com.
Okay. This is Stampy Longlegs with the Minecraft dedicated Wham outro. So goodbye.
Bye.
And so everybody's looking, and we're looking everywhere for this cat, and we can't find it. And we're looking outside and like under trash cans and under cars.
Yeah.
And he's nowhere to be found.